Hey, my name is Ritaban and I am building up a membership site from scratch in 30 days. Today is day number 29. We are just 2 days away from finishing the challenge. The next 30th day is the final day of the challenge, and we've already covered so much in this membership site. It's actually getting overwhelming for a lot of people. But listen, you've seen me do it. You've seen me work every day and make progress. So that's all you have to do. Remember, building up a business is all just a step by step process. And as soon as you understand that lift method that I keep talking about, that you first learn, then you implement, then you follow, and you finally trust the system, you keep doing this repeatable cycle, you have yourself a business. All right. And you get it profitable once you keep repeating that lift formula over and over again. And that's when you reach lifts, which is success. All right. So, with that said, I want to talk to you today about a few interesting concepts. And before we do, first off, let me just quickly make sure you understand all of the recordings, all of the notes are all available on flyingstartonline.com. I will be referring back to flyingstartonline.com in the future. Right now, what I want to do though is go to this page right here, and what I'm going to do here is teach you about this little concept called split testing. Now, split testing is a pretty boring concept for a lot of people. Not a lot of people actually get the point of split testing. And listen, we're not going to make it complicated. In fact, I'm going to tell you some concept about easy split testing. All right, things that don't require much effort from your side, but the results can be pretty dramatic. So let me just make this a lot more easier on you so that you can understand. All right, so let's say you spend all this time building an opt-in page. In our case, the opt-in page is the first step of the funnel so far. So let's say you've built out this opt-in page, you take out a lot of time writing copy, and you finally get this opt-in page up and running, and you are a happy person. All right, so this is you. You're actually a happy person right now. All right, but you send about let's say 100 people to your opt-in page expecting a 50% conversion rate, but let's say you get a 30% conversion rate. So you're only able to get 30 leads in the backend, and each lead is, let's say, worth about couple dollars to you. So your actual revenue is about $60 from this, and then suddenly you are a sad person because you were expecting 50% but you got 30. So then you're a sad person, and then all the high that you had achieved from building out the opt-in page, sending all the traffic, suddenly it starts to dwindle down, and your motivation goes down and down to the point of no recovery. I've seen a lot of people struggle with this problem, right? So that is why I'm here to tell you there is an easy fix for this, which is called split testing. Whatever opt-in page you create, all you need to do is create other versions of that opt-in page. All right. And each version of the opt-in page can be a little bit different than the other one. And here are the things that you need to test in order to find out what is not working. So first off, I'll illustrate the example and then I'll tell you how it exactly works. So let's say you change the headline on this version of the opt-in page, then you send 100 visitors to this. It's the same opt-in page with just a different headline. All right. And let's say you get like a 35% conversion rate. So straight up, you get 35 leads. And considering a $2 value per lead, you get $70. All right. So a little bit better, but not really good. So now you know that this headline is working better than this one. Next up, what you do is you change the button color and you change the call to action. The text for call to action, let's say if it says, yes, show me the free video, and you change it to, yes, give me instant access. All right, something like that. Then you send 100 visitors to this, and suddenly you see a 40% raise. So now you have 40 leads and you have $80 earned after like considering a $2 cost per lead. So next up, what you do is you change the actual creative. Let's say you're using an image or a video And you also realize, okay, the headline can be tweaked a little bit more. I can change this word, add a couple of ellipses, and I can basically just have the same button. Everything is the same, but I'll just do this. Or you know what I can do? I can do a double click. So basically, a person will need to click on the button, a pop-up will open up with the email form. You probably have seen those opt-in pages, right? Where you have to first click a button, the opt-in form opens up in a pop-up. So something like that, you realize, okay, rather than have the opt-in form embedded on your actual opt-in page, you have this on a double click. And then you send 100 visitors, and suddenly you see a 50% conversion rate. You get 50 leads, and there you have yourself a business. All right. So this is the importance of split testing. Listen, you started off with just $60 earned after driving 100 visitors. And just by these little changes, these small little changes, the opt-in page is the same. The entire funnel in the back end, everything is the same. All you're changing is some elements of that opt-in page one by one. And you have suddenly increased your entire revenue by $40, or in this case, this is almost like 70% or something. So you have basically increased your entire revenue by 70% just by these few changes. Now, with 100 clicks, this does not seem like a big amount, but imagine you're sending 10,000 clicks. How does 6,000 and 10,000 compare? There's a huge difference between these two things, right? So that is the importance of split testing. So let me just quickly save this and tell you what elements you need to split test in order to get the best results. Let me just quickly save this. All right. So first off, split test elements. By the way, whatever questions you have, make sure you're noting them down inside the live chat section. I will be taking them on at the end of the session. All right, so split test elements. I missed the T right here. All right, so what are the elements that you need to split test? First off, the actual design of the page. Next up, the creative. Next up, the call to action. Both text and color, and again one by one. And the next thing is the headline. All right, so you have these four major elements, and the order of importance is the first thing you have to change is the headline. The second thing is the call to action. Third thing is the creative, and the fourth thing is the design. So these are the four things that you can change. And especially with today's landing page builders, things have become so much easier. So what we are using is actually Funnel for Me to build out our entire opt-in pages and all our actual landing pages. In fact, all the VSL and all of that. I just wrote down funnelforpage.com. Just give me 1 minute right here. All right, so funnelforme.com is what we are using to build out all our landing pages, and it makes things super easy because it's built on WordPress. And you are able to just take the WordPress platform that's already so simple to use, and you can just use plugin Funnel for Me plugin, and then you can build all these pages. And the best part about Funnel for Me is once you design an opt-in page in it, let's say you've spent all this time designing that entire opt-in page, you have it ready, it's done, and you're super happy with it. Now, if you want to run a split test, so you basically need to duplicate this entire page, right? So in order to duplicate this page, Funnel for Me has a super interesting concept called exporting. So you can export the current landing page and then import it as a new page in just 2 clicks. 1 click to export, 1 click to import, and there you have it, a new page with a new variation. All right. So these are the 4 important elements: headline, call to action, creative, and then design. By creative, I mean the image or whatever you're using. Let's say you're using an image or a video. Right here, image or a video. And then the design, of course, you can basically change the entire design, use a completely fresh design if that page is still not converting at all. Now, Funnel for me is just for building your pages, but if you want to split test, what we'll be using is Opt-in Labs. Opt-in Labs has a built-in split testing tool and it's super easy to use, and I'll show you exactly how to set that up. So let me just save this and let's get into it. All right, so we have this page right here, start. All right, so what if I wanted to change just one element of this page and give it a completely different look? All right, so what would I do? I would first off, I'll go to edit with Thrive Architect, which is basically funnel for me. Next up, I'm just going to go to settings, I'm going to go to template setup, and here I'm going to export the landing page. All right, that's it. Click on export. I'll name it Doer Start 1 download file. Done. So the file has been downloaded to my computer. And now what I want to do, I'll go back to the Doer Club. And here I'm going to click on new page. All right, let's call this variation number 2. Opt-in page. You can call this page anything you want. All right. Next up, what I want to do is click on publish. I click on edit with Thrive Architect. And as you can see, this is basically like a WordPress page right here, but let's magically transform this page into our opt-in page. So I click on this gear icon at the top, template setup, and import landing page. And here what I want to do is upload the file that was just downloaded, the file that we just exported as a landing page. And here we go. As you can see, the same landing page that you see right here, it has been basically set up here. And now I can create a different variation of this. So all I need to do, let's say I want to change the call to action. All right, so I click on this, edit form elements, and here I click on the button, and I want to change the button color to orange. So I'm going to basically just go here, something like this. All right, apply. And I want to change the text as well. Yes, give me instant access. I want to change this to yes. Show me the free video update. That's it. All right, save and close. Save this page. And now suddenly we have 2 pages. All right, let me just show you all the 2 pages. doer.flying-startonline.com/start, which has the basic element right here. And we have the variation. Here we go. All right. So right here, we have 2 pages that have been built for our split test. Now, all I need to do is basically just look at this. Let me just go back to this variation page right here. Let me just click on edit form elements again. Let me change the style to rounded. All right, apply. I want to change the style as well. So I want to keep this. All right, this looks better to me. All right, so now we have 2 variations done. And let me just refresh this. All right, perfect. So we have these 2 variations done, right? Now, how do we start a split test? So all of our traffic is going to /start, right? Because that is where we have set our ads. That is where we had set our solo ads and all of that. So because all of our traffic is going to /start, we don't want to create new campaigns with this new URL right here, which is variation to opt-in page. We want the traffic to automatically be redirected. In order to have a proper split test, we need to basically test it with the same traffic source. All right. So let's say your Facebook ads, which are already running to this page right here. Now, how do we get half of the people to see this page and half of the people to see this page with the orange button? All right, that would be a proper split test. Now, how do we do that? Well, we go to Opt-in Labs. Inside Opt-in Labs, we have a split test tool. So let me just quickly create a new split test. I'm going to name this doer start. Click on proceed. Here we go. Now here I can do a percentage split either manually, where I can assign 50% and 50%, or 60-40, 70-30, whatever I want to, or I can leave it to automatic. So here what the opt-in live split test automatic is basically where we basically adjust the traffic based on conversion rate. So this takes in the actual conversion rate you get on each opt-in page and automatically redirects the best converting opt-in page, your traffic to the best converting opt-in page. So let's call this the start, and the URL is basically this one. So I'm going to copy the control URL. This is the first URL where all of our traffic is going. This is variation 1. This is basically orange button. All right. And here we copy this URL and we paste this right here. That's it. You can add as many variations as you want. You can add, I believe, up to five variations right here. You can actually add even more. So I'm going to close all of these now. We just want to split test 2 variations, which is the default one and the one with the orange button. All right. So I click on save changes. This is done. Now, all you have is these codes, right? So you have to paste this. Now, again, funnelforme.com makes this all super easy. So first off, we need to place this before the closing header tag of your control page. Now the control page is the /start page, as you can see right here, which is title control. So I'm going to go to /start in the editor mode right here. This is funnel for me. All I'm going to do is click on landing page settings. And then, as you can see, header scripts before the head tag. So I'm just going to paste this right here. And done. All right. And the next thing that we have to do is basically place this code on the thank you page, which is the lift page. So once a person actually opts in, they are taken to this page right here. Hold on. I think this just did a search for this. Let me just open this up. All right. So this is the page where we want to embed the code. This is the thank you page that people land on after they actually enter their email address. So I'm going to click on edit. And I'm going to quickly just copy this conversion tracking code. And again, gear icon, template setup, landing page settings. And here I'll just paste this code. We are done. So I click on save. That's it. So now if all my traffic is going to this page right here, right? So I can actually see, because I actually refresh the page once, I can actually see the stats right here. So if I click on split test details, as you can see, we already had one total click and one unique click, because I actually opened it up and it went there. So I'm going to open this in a new tab, in a new browser, and show you. So the URL where I'm going is /start, right? Let's see what this does. So it takes me to /start. So let me just refresh this right now. All right. So because I've opened this page up right here, it's going to take me to this very page. Now what I want to do here is, let me just try it in another browser. All right. So this is still taking me. All right. So as you can see, this has redirected me to the orange button opt-in page now. All right. Automatically, it redirected me to the orange button opt-in page. So now if I open up the actual stats right here, as you can see, there were 4 total clicks, but 1 unique click, because it's from the same IP address. All right. And it has basically sent 1 visitor to the orange button page and 1 visitor to the actual start page. But there have been 0 conversions so far. So what happens is, if a person opts in right now, let's say if I opt in, as you can see. So I've opted in. So what's going to happen is if I refresh this page, as you can see, one conversion. All right, so it shows me the orange button has a one conversion. So it has 100% opt-in rate so far. So as you keep getting more traffic, these numbers will start to reflect and it will automatically pick out the winner for you. All right, so you'll be able to see, all right, this one variation is converting at, let's say, 34%, the other is converting at 39%, and it has like a 60% chance to beat control. Something like that. It will showcase the winner, whichever it finds out after a certain traffic is sent, and that's it. And you can actually see all your raw click log as well. And you can, of course, edit your split test and get all the embed codes if you forget about it in the future. So that's it. This is a super easy way to start your split test going. And this basically brings me back to the concept about, like, all you need to do is just change one single element and create a variation. So once you have basically you can create another variation where you just change the headline to something more different. One variation where you change the image to something that you think can be more appealing. Let's say if you want to change it to black and white or something. And the other will be a complete design overhaul. Even that can be done. You have because all of these are new pages, right? So the orange button is a new page in itself inside WordPress, which are like super easy to duplicate inside funnelforme.com as well. So here you go. So this is your split testing concept. And now what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about leveraging your existing assets. All right. So I want to show you some quick stats. I won't go into detail on them, but I just want to really quickly show you because I think it is important you understand how you can leverage your existing assets and get better results with your marketing. Now, before I get into that, if you're in the live chat, do let me know in the comments area. If you have any questions, I would love to take them on. It can be about your business. It can be about this membership site that we're building. It can be about the Doer Club itself. So if you have any questions about anything, then just let me know. I would love to take them on at the end of the session. All right. So next up, what I want to do here is I want to take you through Flying Start Online. As you can see, flying-startonline.com, what we have done, this is an existing asset for us. All right. So all I've done here is I've added a button at the top, a link, a menu item at the top, which says the Doer Club, which takes people to basically this sales page right here. Next up, we have the like imposing bar. It basically just stands out. All right. And once you hover over it, it just becomes this blue color, which basically makes it even better looking. So anyway, so you have this amazing looking banner at the top. And if somebody clicks on this, they are again taken to thedoerclub.com. All right. As you can see, here is start your own profitable online business. I've just placed a sidebar banner on all the pages. If somebody clicks on this, they are taken to the opt-in page. All right. And the next thing I want to show you is, let's say inside any article, inside a blog post, a few sessions ago, we had set this up, right? Where we had set up like a box that comes up automatically below every blog post. So we have this setup right here. We might change the design in the future because right now there is too much of white space at the top and bottom, and I don't really like this design. So I'll be changing this in the future. But as you can see, all I've done here is I've leveraged my existing assets. I've leveraged the existing websites and the lists that I have. So example is I've been sending these Doer promos to some portions of my list. And as you can see, I can actually show you all the emails that we have sent. The first one was case study, how I acquired 2067 leads. The second one was, did you see this? Just for people who had not seen this the next day. The next one was the lift method, where I actually talk about the lift method. And I've actually taken several elements from the autoresponders that we had written. Right? So this is hit reply, I'll answer your question personally, which got an amazing response. I want to show you the next email, which is not getting any leads, because this was the number one question that I got. And we actually built a Facebook creative video out of this very email as well. So basically leverage your existing assets, right? So all I did was first I sent an email to my list to hit reply and I'll be answering their questions personally. And I actually did. My inbox was pretty flooded with questions, and I answered each and every question that I received. The next day, I summarized all of the questions that I'd received in this one email where I mentioned not getting any leads. So here basically I mentioned like one of the most commonly asked questions was, and I turned it around to pitch the Doer Club. All right. And then I took the content inside this email and just created a Facebook video out of it. So I basically just recited whatever is written in that email, just turned on my webcam and just recorded a video, and that is now a Facebook creative that we can use. So my whole point of telling you all of this is, if you've written a piece of email, if you've created an opt-in page, or if you've created a course, if you've created something of value, you can use that in many different forms in your marketing. So I'm still using all my existing lists. I'm using Flying Start Online Brands. I'm using all the emails. So for example, the email that you see, the Doer Promo 3 email that you see right here, the lift method, it is basically the same email that I'd set up inside my autoresponder sequence. I just took that email, pasted it in right here, and this became like a campaign, because the autoresponder email is only seen by those who actually opt in, and this is for those people who haven't opted in. All right, so you can use your existing emails and lists in very interesting combinations. And for example, I did a promo offer as well, where I let me just quickly show you, where I offered a free one-on-one call with myself. So as you can see, I'm using my existing lists right here, and this is driving traffic to my funnel. I'm actually just placing banners wherever I can. Then what I'm doing is, whatever creatives I'm using, like this creative, this was just a selfie image that we took. I'm using this inside a banner. I'm using this inside the box that shows up at the bottom right here. I'm using this very creative inside the opt-in page. In fact, I've used this very creative in my Facebook ads as well. So I'm using all I'm using is existing assets. I'm just basically making sure that this photo that I took is seen by as many people as possible. And that's all you need to do. Once you have a creative, once you have this image, a video, an email, something that you have created, you can use it in many different areas of your marketing, and you can get better results because you're not wasting time creating like multiple variations and all of that. You can just take that one page, one image, one email, and then use it everywhere. So for example, even split test, right? So all I did was just change the button color right here, and this right here may increase conversions by 5-10%. Who knows? But how much time did it take me? Like 5 minutes? If 5 minutes of work can actually increase my bottom line by 5% or 10%, I'll take it, man. Right? So this is what you have to remember with regards to two things. One is the concept of split testing, and the other is the concept of leveraging existing assets. Right? So always remember, like this quote right here, it says, it always seems impossible until it is done, Nelson Mandela. So like even if you don't have a product right now, or even if this membership site business does not seem like a viable solution to building up your online business, maybe you're just starting off, maybe you need something simpler. If you need something simpler, the email business is amazing. And Bizathon 3, which is coming up in a few days, it's actually completely newbie friendly. So if you're actually new to online businesses, Bizathon 3 will be absolutely amazing for you, because I do believe it's actually in many ways simpler than the email business Bizathon as well, but the impact that it can have is massive. All right, but I won't reveal any more details about it. After we finish off tomorrow's session, I'll be recording the video in a couple of days announcing Bizathon 3. So keep a watch out for my email because I will be letting you guys know what Bizathon 3 is about, what business we'll be creating from scratch. And trust me on this, you don't want to miss that one. All right, so I don't see any questions here so far. So all I'm going to do is wrap up this session. All right. So In today's session, which was day number 29, we learned about split testing, how to quickly set up easy split tests by just changing a single small variation of your opt-in page. You can do that for your sales page as well. All this does is help increase your bottom line. It just takes a few minutes, especially with the ease that Funnel for Me plugin for WordPress gives you, as well as the Opt-in Labs simple split testing tool that we have in place. So use split testing to increase your bottom line for any page you want, and I'm sure you will be like amazed by the results that it can do for your business, because it seems like a pretty techy topic, but it's actually one of the most easiest things to do, and it's something that you almost have to do with every single campaign. We did use some split testing with the email business, but the Bizathon one that we did, but that was automatic, that was built inside Launchpad, that was built inside ClickFunnels that we were using at that point. Funnel for Me does not have that built in, but you have Opt-in Labs. So Opt-in Labs and Funnel for Me work well together, and you have your entire split testing system. And use your existing assets, leverage your existing assets like your blog, your email list, your social pages, your contacts, your WhatsApp groups, whatever you have, whatever resources you have, whatever contacts you have. Whenever you create a new business, send people in that direction. Try to get as many eyeballs as you can on that business. All right. Remember that. It is very important you remember that you actually get people when you've built something. Get people to take action, and the more people you get, the more confidence you'll have, the more improvements you'll make, the more revenue you'll generate. So it's all a step-by-step process. You can keep doing it. You've watched me do this for 29 days now. Tomorrow, day 30, we'll be wrapping things up. We'll be finishing out this Bizathon. I'll be giving you a complete overview of what we have done, showing you all the pages that we've built, showing you an insider look at the entire membership site. I'll also show you the ads, everything that we have done. I'll be giving you a complete overview, and we'll wrap things up. So even if you have missed some elements of this, don't miss tomorrow's session, because I'll also be announcing when the next Bizathon 3 is coming out. All right. Exciting things coming up. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this, hit that like button below right now. Give me that vote of confidence. If you're not subscribed to Flying Start Online, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you on as a Bizathoner, because we do these Bizathons every month. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. I'll see you in the final day of the membership site business, day number 30 tomorrow.